There we go. So all that stuff I just said, I'm not saying it again. How about that? I'm assuming we'll be swinging driver. Ooh, good looking course. This actually looks like damn near every course near my house. We got wind in our face. I think the road's OB, it's a thin white line. I'm not warmed up though, so. There's your morning sky ball. Good old morning sky ball, 170-yard drive. 150 in. Not bad. Let's see if we can get up. Oh, we're having some hiccups here. Let's check the frame rate. Yeah, we're running at 60 uncapped. We're up to 75 uncapped. We'll keep dialing back the graphics. We just lost our golf cart. I don't like that. Let's see what the draw distance is at. Set camera. Draw distance is set at 5,000. We're still getting some hiccuping. I got the graphics basically dialed all the way down here. It's just gonna have to do. Some courses are a little more taxing on my graphics card than others are, but there you go. Probably looking at a bogey. Not far enough and not right enough. Pretty bad read there. Oh shit, it's 2-foot gimmies. We got to do this all over again. $475. Don't you love those courses where no matter what direction you're hitting, you're into the wind? One of my personal favorite things. That ball came back off the impact screen with driver. I'm surprised it only had 2,600 RPM of backspin. Another pretty flaccid drive there. 260 in. We'll grab the old, you know what? Let's get the 3-wood. It's sitting over here in the junk pile somewhere. 260. Rough. Can't tell it's rough because I got to have the graphics dialed down so much. What happened there? Oh, buddy, we got penalized bad on that. We got penalized 50 yards of carry on that for some reason. I'm not sure why. Must have been a downhill line. I used a low lofted club is all I can figure. Playing playing into the wind at 1,000 feet of altitude. You gotta swing a little harder than that. We got a tiered leaker. Oh man. No two shots in golf are the same. No two rounds of golf will ever be the same. It's still kind of crazy to me. Well, shit, that was a good putt. 2 foot gimmies though, so we're not quite close enough. It is kind of cool that this video game engine, you can see the trees swaying in the wind. They're more gyrating, right? They're not actually swaying in any sort of real wind, I don't think. But we do need to be mindful of that wind. ProTee VX. Joe Legowski released a little bit of information on some potential ProTee VX simulation software. That was pin high and took kind of a crummy bounce. Let's see if we can chip it over there. But I am hoping, even if it's right, because they're not going to release it for free, or maybe they will, I didn't read, to get in on it when it's in beta. There's just really, they'd have to really put out a bang up product and put a lot of work into it for it to ever be anything that would compete with GS Pro. But I always do like trying new software ecosystems and stuff like that. I don't know why you wouldn't show me this. Probably because I can't hit that far. We should be fine unless I tow hook one into the water. Which, if you watched last night's stream, there were a couple of tow hooks. I doubt that's going to be a fairway in regulation. Yeah, semi-rough. Can't hit worth a shit today, but for some reason, every hole's into the wind. So we must be leaving one green, driving all the way down to the next tee box and hitting into the wind and then going down and then hitting into the wind and then going down and hitting into the wind. I don't know why you'd have golf course topography like that, but I'm just a dumb middle-aged dude who knows nothing. Doesn't make any sense to me. Might actually have a chance at birdie if I can keep the HLA under control. Let's aim slightly left of the stick. We got to hit this about, I don't know, 9 or 10 feet. Back down to even Stevens. Luckily it's a shorter course because I can't get shit off the tee here. Hey, what's up, boss? Did you finally get a minute to yourself? I saw you were on Thursday Night Thunder last night, but I had to go to sleep. I miss you, dude. Like, no kidding, no homo, I miss you. You want to tell me? He says he played good. Flying Fat Kid's in the chat, guys. Flying Fat Kid is, if you're not subscribed to his channel, go do it. He says he played well last night in a Thursday Night Thunder event, or TNT. Did you guys whoop their butts or what, dude? I can't even remember who you were playing with. I was about to go to sleep. That's the first good drive we've had all day. 266 carry, which is good. Not if you're Bryson DeChambeau. That's probably a miss hit for him, but I'm not Bryson DeChambeau. Yeah, we should be able to play Sunday morning, dude, for sure. Oh, speaking of that, did you get your stuff in the mail yet? It's a pretty cool little trophy. Flying Fat Kid and I had the best net score in the two-man scramble on SGT, and we got little trophies, which I feel is really cool because they didn't have to do that, right? We pay our annual dues, but they didn't have to have that made and mailed out for free. That's pretty sweet. Flying Fat Kid says their match was down to the last putt on 18, so it was a real nail biter there, it looks like. They needed to make a 25-foot putt to win. That's pretty cool. We got to go 72 yards here. Probably only want to go about 65-ish. That's too far. Sit. That one felt thin. Is that really a $50 trophy? Is that what the little invoice in the box said? Because my wife opened the box, and she said, "What's in the box?" And I said, "I don't know. I hope it's not a severed head. The box is too small." So if it was a $50 trophy plus they shipped it out, I mean, that's your annual dues right there. All right, guys, we just went 1 under. If I can play at the real golf course today like I'm playing on this one, because this one looks like the golf course I'm going to play on today, strangely, that would be really nice. Flying Fat Kid says he's currently in a love-hate relationship with the one-length clubs. Yeah, I think there's a reason that there's only a few people using them. Because I'm back to my Ping G425s, man. But I do have 2 complete sets of one-length irons over here. It's just, I got rid of one set of golf clubs already and I regretted it. Not the ones I sent to you, but I gave a set of Adams Tight Lies irons to one of my buddies who doesn't even really golf. And I wish I wouldn't have done that. So, because they were like my first real iron set. I wish I hadn't have got rid of them. So I'll probably just keep all these irons, but I'm going to build some display racks for this L corner of the garage. Because this is a joke right here. There's probably 50 or 60 golf clubs over here just leaning against the wall. Is what it is. Flying Fat Kid says it's well worth it. Not many people have a legit SGT trophy. I'm hoping to get some more SGT trophies. I just need a few people to suffer mortal injuries, and we should be fine. Either that or I can just play better golf, but I don't know if that's going to happen. That may not be in the cards, folks. Okay, there's your another morning sky ball for you. If we were doing shots every time we hit a sky ball, we'd be probably getting a bit of a buzz right now. Flying Fat Kid says the full swing shots are great with the one length. Agreed, but the half swings are killing him. I was not using any that I had to half swing with. Every one in the bag was a full swing, and then anything I had to like matrix with was my scoring irons. So maybe you could use like, I don't remember what I sent you, but if it was a 5 or a 4 was the lowest, and just go like 5 through pitching wedge and then use your regular scoring irons. But I'm playing some of the best golf of my life, which is, right, I've been golfing for like 15, 16 months with these pings. And for golf's sake, loves hearing that. Every time I say it, he loves it. Okay, we got a tailwind, par 4. Unfortunately, we're quite a ways out. All right, brother, I'm sorry you got to go back to work. Thanks for jumping into my chat. You guys, if you're not subscribed to Flying Fat Kid, go subscribe to his channel. He's got as many subscribers as I do, but only like a third of the content, so you can tell his content is probably a little more quality, whereas I just pump out quantity. But you guys, please go check out his channel and subscribe to it. In fact, if you could unsubscribe to this channel and go subscribe to Flying Fat Kid's channel, that would be real nice of you, because I don't want any more subscribers. Okay, that's going a little right. Oh, man. Come on, bunker. All right, let's see if the 58-degree wedge is firing today. That was a good shot. Didn't quite feel pure. 428, divide by 2, carry the 3. I don't know what kind of shot we got to hit here. That one. It's 2-foot gimmies though, so that's not going to cut it. When do we got to leave? I got to leave here in not too long, so maybe we'll only get through the front 9. Well, I got 25 minutes. We might be able to speed through the round. If anyone's lurking in watching this but not in the chat, and you feel like typing something into the chat, what are you guys' opinions on golf being one of the only sports that uses a handicap system? Do you feel like everybody should be judged by gross score? Or do you think the handicap system is good, creates equality, etc.? Because at the end of the day, the best golfer will be the best golfer. But golf has its handicap system, which makes it so a guy like me can play handicap match play against a 10 handicap and still have a chance of winning some money, right? I forgot to put a iron tee down. We're short. The wind really caught that one, but maybe a chip and a putt here. Very cliche term. Chip and a putt, bro. Be careful, the golf cart girl. The beer cart girl's watching. Shit, the beer cart girl. I love you, beer cart girl. Okay, that's gonna really screw us with the 2-foot gimmies. Not a flat putt, uphill. We'll try to get it in the cup, otherwise we are about to erase that birdie. We're about to go back to even, because not many people are gonna drain a 10-foot putt. Yep, GS Pro doing GS Pro things there. We're back to even. Looks like we got a split fairway. You got decisions to make here, 188. You can see the fairway gets very small up at the top, right here at about 220. And if you want to get over, you got to wallop the ball through some trees, but it's a par 5, so it's one of those risk-reward opportunities. To not be dead, you've got to carry 225. I gotta remember if I'm carrying 225, and I want to say I'm really not. And we got a little bit of wind. It's a video game. I say we go for it. That's better entertainment value for you guys. And I get to try and swing my driver a little harder. But we'll see what this wind does to us. Let's have a nice little driver swing here. I'm not sure that's going to cut it, especially if we clip a tree. Bounce out of there. We might be all right. Okay, guys, we are literally feet away from the red zone there. Pretty crummy, pretty crummy. It only carried, well, yeah, it carried 225 and went total 224. We're in the rough. We have a nice uphill lie, which means we should be able to hit a fairway wood. Would you hit a fairway wood out of this in real life? I don't know. It's questionable. Nice high shot. We knew it was going to come out with a high trajectory. There goes my air compressor. All right, guys, that was the longest air compressor run in history. I think we may need to send something into the Guinness Book of World Records. I don't think that has interrupted one of my videos in like a year, but we're back. We're up to 2 over after 9. I think that thing ran for almost 3/4 of that last hole. 302, no real danger. See if we can get a couple of birdies on this short yardage course. Healy, it'll come back though. Probably won't be on the fairway. No, it looks like we even avoided the fringe. Lucky this is a short course, not hitting very far today at all. But for some reason, every hole but like that last one's into the wind anyway, so it doesn't matter. Let's hit an easy utility wedge, 50 degree. That was probably too easy. We'll see if we can 2-putt up there. 1 putt to it and 1 putt in the Gimme, hopefully. None of these greens are very flat. Let's do that. It says it's downhill. It's going to be leaky. I'll give that putt, that green read a 6 out of 10 on the diarrhea scale. That was pretty bad. Is it time to leave yet? Not quite. Not quite. I don't think we're going to get through the round, but I will resume it maybe this afternoon or something if I don't come home and get into the Guinness stash. It's been a while since I played in the simulator whilst consuming alcoholic beverages. Okay, we're into the wind again somehow. It's pretty nutty. I don't even know how this is possible. Second decent drive of the day. And it only went 240. Guys, this wind is very punishing. Let's see here. Okay. Ain't a whole lot to say about that. It was short. Let's see if we can flop it up. This is for par. I would imagine we're looking at a bogey unless I can get this up there. Yeah, just broke right under the hole, and we've got a putt ahead of us. I was trying to putt through most of the break, and unfortunately that did not work. So we're looking at a dub here. And then that didn't break at all, or my HLA was like 2 degrees. Yeah, I don't know. Round is starting to fall apart. Started with the air compressor hole, and it's going to be tougher to putt anytime you're playing small gimmies. You've either got to embrace them or just kind of get over it. I do wish GS-Pro had a no gimme circle option, but that doesn't work for some people because they can't putt with their launch monitor, which I get. Another sky ball, probably right into that forest if I was a betting man. We'll see if we can get out. Maybe I can pop something up high. Yeah, I never hit those on the real golf course. That's kind of frustrating. 150 to the pin. Let's just power through here like the idiots that we are here. Not too bad. "24 yards, not feet." You'll typically see people score higher on these courses where in these events where the gimmies are smaller. Because if you've got a pretty accurate player playing with a big gimme circle, you're looking at birdie after birdie after birdie. Oh boy, we were 3.5 feet out. It looks pretty dead. Bogey, another bogey. So we're what, 5 over after 12 holes. That ain't too bad. It's 7:22. My tee time is at 8:30. We can play a couple more holes here, and then I'm going to shut down the live stream and drive my happy ass to the golf course. It's dark out now, but I think by the time I get there, we should be good to go. That didn't come back at all. Shouldn't be OB, but I didn't look at the course topography. We are good. Ball's gonna wanna go right out of this lie, and it's gonna wanna hit that tree. We need to go 130, probably club up a couple clubs. I'm trying to not hit the tree though. Let's go right through that gap and see if the ball doesn't eject right into that tree right next to us. Not a bad out. Let's look at the numbers. 101 carry, 140 carry. We lost 40 yards of carry because of that lie. Went right over the pin, huh? Okay, we are on a bogey train. You gotta put balls near the fairway and not be behind trees if you want to hit par or better. And then I don't know what's going on with these greens. I thought they were soft. They're soft stimp 11. I feel like they're playing stimp 11.9999 to infinity. They're a little fast for stimp 11. Alright, we can probably play 2 more holes and then I gotta get out of here. I don't like putting rounds on hold, but it's what we're doing today. You can see the wind's blowing pretty hard to the left. Damn near an ace there, guys. I think that's the closest I've ever been to an ace. I'm glad the camera's rolling. 430. I'd like to finish this round out, so let's advance the ball. Okay, I gotta fly this water. $130. Let's see here. We got a tailwind. We gotta be careful. That was fat, but we should be. Ah, we're in the bunker. Shit. Is it a par 5? Yeah, it's a par 5. Left. We should be fine here. Too far. Oh, it came out pretty good actually. 15. Yeah, we lost about 10 yards of carry. Let's aim right there. Sorely needed birdie. Let's just finish the round out here real quick. What do we got? 359. We got water. Should be out of play, but I could very well slice it into the water, especially with that wind blowing down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, we're fine. Water was not out of play, but managed to stay out of it with that 225-yard slam dunk of a drive there. Go left, please. What are we doing? We chipping? Pretty mean looking little green. 21 yards. Ball stuck. That's unfortunate. It's going to take us 2 putts to get into the hole. We're probably looking at a bogue. En vogue bogue. 14-footer. Honestly, not a bad putt. Was that an HLA or a misread? Oh, it's still going to make us putt again. All right, we're getting some birdies, but we're also, we've got 5 more bogeys than birdies. 142, I don't need a driver, do I? Let me guess, into the wind? Yep. This green's got a ton of undulation on it. I tried to put a little more ass on that because the wind is blowing, and it did absolutely jack shit nothing. Oh boy. That's gonna be left. All right, let's 2-putt up here, get our bogey. Let's finish the round here. We got 1 more hole to go. Little leaker. Ooh, way more leaky than I thought. Did I have negative HLA? Nope, it was positive HLA. Greens are a little misleading here, but I wouldn't say I've ever won any awards for reading greens. I think we can get over here. We got a bit of a wind. You can see we got OB on the right and lateral on the left. Hopefully this ball's not too errant. It started off good, but it's going to be in somebody's backyard. I think that's the OB line there. Oh shit, inner OB. Okay, so we just took 2 more strokes. Let's re-hit and try to not hit such a shitty shot this time. Oh, that was off the crown of the damn club again. That's crazy because I don't even use that tall of tees. That was a shot we originally wanted. It's drawn over a bit, but we're fine. 2 strokes on a par 5 is pretty bad. 2 strokes on a par 4 is imminent death. 112 here. Let's finish this round out, and then I gotta load my clubs up and get the hell out of here. Get up there. We really need to 2-putt this for bogey. It's downhill. Let's park it over here and see if it'll trickle to the hole. Okay, we got to make this for bogey, and it ain't going to be a gimme. 3 foot, 3 inch. What'd we finish with? 7 over par. Guys, that's a pretty ugly back 9, but it is what it is. I got to get out of here. Here's your stats screen. Not bad on the stats. 7 greens, 6 fairways. Not a bad round, but I got to get out of here. All right, guys, I got a tee time. Turbo Talon Golf signing off. I may or may not see you this afternoon, depending on what shenaniganry I decide to get into after I'm done at the golf course. Have a good one, guys.